I assume.
Apparently, bookmarks got leaked on Twitter.
What?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Apparently, people's bookmarks got leaked on Twitter.
Like Google?
No, their Twitter,
Their
like
Twitter
whatever
bookmarks.
your Twitter
Oh,
bookmarks.
thank God I don't use Twitter enough to bookmark. But
Oh,
Google? That's if Google bookmarks.
Hey Jesse, what?
No.
You have something you want to share with the class?
Excuse me as I frantically delete all of my bookmarks. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
My bookmarks are horrendously unorganized and date back to like college. I don't even know what's in there anymore.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah. I
don't either.
have one bookmark folder that's titled children's book reference from my children's book class in my junior year in college. And then I have one that's called books. And then I have, does anyone remember Turntable? Where if you like posted music to your Tumblr, you could go to Turntable and it would just play music that you posted.
Mm-mm.
Anyways, I have that bookmarked.
I have What is Art Nouveau? I think that's like the only bookmark I have.
I ain't gonna talk about my Google bookmarks. We're okay.
I have share emotions using text emoticons, smileys, F symbols.
I use my email as bookmarks because I'm old, apparently.
My biggest bookmark folder is D&D images, is what it's called.
That's good.
That's what it's called.
Are we live right now?
Oh, we sure are.
Yeah. This was the coldest of opens possible. Just
Hey.
us chatting about bookmarks.
Remember when I said 3, 2, 1, go?
I wasn't sure what.
I thought you were. Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, I thought you were being facetious. In fairness, I did not realize you.
I thought that was
I
like
should have
your
expected.
brain. You were
need,
like telling
like,
your
a
brain
tweet.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
I would have put word out if it wasn't for the fact that X is currently fucked. It's gone down like 4 times in the past 20 minutes.
Oh wow!
It's not in a good place right now.
Oh really?
So I will get word out as soon as I can. As soon as I'm actually able to send.
I can get on. I'll
something.
do it. I'm doing it.
Wonderful. You do it.
You
I'll make sure it's
introduced the
retweeted.
show.
We're good. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the most chaotic cold open, I guess, of the Might of the Martyr that we had in a little while. But hi, hello. Hope you are doing well, keeping okay, keeping hydrated, all of that good stuff. I just want to jump straight in, so I'm going to go ahead and mention the folks that go ahead and keep us on the air here and keep us going, and then we can jump straight into the episode. So you would have spotted at some point that we are affiliated with Dice Envy. You can go ahead and check them out at their website. Grab yourself some wonderful decorative dice. You've probably seen them, to be honest. There's a whole bunch across the internet here. Various different creators using them, various different creators having their own dice. And they're wonderful. And you always need more dice, so go ahead and check them out. We are also affiliated with the wonderful folks at Grinding Coffee Co. They are a Black LGBT plus owned coffee company that have a tremendous mixture of blends and flavors. You can check them out at their website, also named Grinding Coffee Co. helpfully. And go ahead and take a look. See what piques your interest, and you can also go ahead and try out a little sample pack of a few different flavors and blends, just in case you are a little indecisive. Want to go ahead. It is also approaching autumn season, and so there will be autumn flavors, including the very much loved pumpkin spice that will be coming back at some point. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. And of course, we are a Roll20 ambassador stream. Roll20 is an online toolset that you can check out at roll20.net. You can bring your pen and paper RPGs online and worldwide. It is one of the fantastic softwares that lets me play games with people online and do stuff like this. It's great. You can go ahead and sign up for free on their website. You can go ahead and get started straight away. There are also pro packages if you want to go ahead and level up your games to the next level. There is also a marketplace where you can pick up various different assets, tokens, maps, art pieces, or entire TTRPGs that have already been pre-converted into Roll20. So go ahead and check them out. This is how we roll. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the session here. It should be a pretty easy recap if someone wants to very quickly take us through what happened last session. It was a pretty chill one, but go ahead if anyone would like to.
Jesse, I
We
thought that
saw-
was a gerbil, not a gerbil, a guinea pig. I was like, you have the hugest guinea pig I've ever seen. Sorry.
We found a carnival that wasn't open. They were like, you can hang out if you want. We didn't. We went home and went to sleep. We came back to the carnival. The end.
No, not the end.
The end.
Now we grilled
The end. No, now we had some kettle corn for the very first time. It was
and
fairy
cotton
floss. It was
candy.
way more involved than any of us thought.
and at least some of us are intrigued by the fortune teller tent.
Oh
at the time.
yes, some of us, one of us. We're at a carnival. It's run by kobolds. There's a lot of kobolds.
That's a lot of different lineages and heritages you've seen, but the first individuals
There we go.
that Hiroki had run into were a group of kobolds that may or may not have been in a trench coat.
As they do.
Yes. We very much pick up in the middle of the carnival here. It's still relatively quiet. There are people who are partaking of the sights, the scenery, the general atmosphere, but you can definitely tell there's the general public have either don't know it's here yet or are very much kind of warming up to the idea after the situation that had happened merely a few hours beforehand. But yeah. Who do we want to pick up with first here? We should probably bring Jack into the fray, actually.
Last we left off, Jack was in the library, I want to say.
No, it wasn't Jack with Hiroki now? Is that what we said?
There we go.
Yeah.
Like Jack is at the carnival but hasn't done anything.
Jack's been T-posing in the corner.
Yes, you spent some time helping out Mara with researching a little bit about your recent revelations with the Monarch, picking up whatever extra information you could find about the situation, which unfortunately was not a whole lot. Other than some very kind of brief and undetailed kind of myths and legends of the situation around the Monarch, and to be honest, mostly things that you have already heard at this point. There wasn't a whole lot of extra information that was particularly helpful in Scythia's archives. When the news of the carnival came through, you eventually migrated your way over with the rest of the party and indeed stepped into this same interesting situation before you. To kind of bring you up to speed, it's very much a traditional carnival through the lens of kind of like an artificer's dream, essentially. There's a lot of mixtures of magic and technology all working together to create just this wonderful mixture of rides and amusements and stalls selling various different objects, food, multiple tents that have like a few other things going on. One of them is very clearly like a anxiety slash medical area. It's like, okay, go ahead and step over here if things are a bit much. This very much away. There's the tent that Nawi had gone ahead and begun to make their way to, which was very clearly some kind of fortune teller. Mara is currently over by one of the stalls chatting with a devil who seems to be a purveyor of interesting and strange magical items that seem to be on display. And a lot of the group has candy corn and all sorts of sweet things on them currently, candy floss and things.
Gowan has a bag of cotton candy the size of her torso. I want you to know this.
There is a lot of street food and things floating around. And there is, of course, the big top as well, as all carnivals are wont to have, which seems to be open but not being actively advertised at the moment. But yeah, just to kind of set the scene, that's what you're stepping your way into here, as the rest of the party has kind of gone off to enjoy themselves. If Jack stumbled into a carnival, what would they do first?
So there's like machines and stuff, like, because you said it's like a mixture of technology and magic.
Yes, there is the standard like carnival fair that you would see.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot of generators hooked up to various different sections. There's definitely these small kind of machines and things. So there's actually a group of cycles that look quite a lot like Hiroki's new mode of transport, but just a little more basic, a little more kind of stripped down. Off to the side, there's a few kind of like thin magical cables that seem to be going from generators to areas underneath some of the tents and not to others and things like that. It's not oppressive, but the mark of technology is most certainly here.
So I'm currently with Hiroki, or no? Yes. So we're together. And we're
Hiroki, I
looking
believe,
for
was-
everyone else.
I believe Hiroki was partaking of snacks when we last left off.
Oh, okay.
I may be incorrect though.
Well, I would not go next to any of the machine type stuff. So more like the magic, anything that seems like interesting magic, non-technological.
There is plenty. There is a large a large spattering, I guess, of various different lineages and heritages here. They all seem to just kind of be working and enjoying their company with each other and enjoying their company with those who have strolled across. The first thing would probably stand out to you as a more nature inclined individual would be the dryad that is manning one of the stalls. They seem to be fiddling around with, it seems like a mixture between like an alchemy station and just kind of like, I guess, a toy stall of sorts, like, you know, like little pocket carnival tricks that you can go ahead and hand out, and like, you know, glow sticks and things like that, mixed with these small like alchemical salves and things, many of which you would recognize in your own travels, many of which you would recognize from Dawan having them, but nothing particularly complex or expensive or highbrow or anything like that. Very much just common but useful mixtures and salves. That individual seems to be in a small tent, which is kind of opened up. One of those kind of small tents that kind of hugs the wood frame around it. It's very much just kind of like a stall with a piece of fabric thrown over it. They have a few kind of little plants and things off to the side that you can see kind of growing subtly, but they're there and they're alive, but they're very kind of small and compact, almost like little like almost like bonsai collections that you'd be able to pick up at a store, just like laid out and organized that way. There are some more kind of common magics, some cantrips being thrown around by performers who are strolling around, little light shows and little kind of like dances for the kids and things like that. But nothing super stands out to you in that realm.
Yeah, probably just watch and see what everybody else like kind of decides they're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm going to the fortune teller.
I followed along.
Okay. Before we dive into that little scene, then, let me throw the torch over to Hiroki real quick and see if there's anything that you would like to go ahead and kind of latch onto real quick and go ahead and explore for yourself.
So, Hiroki's plan is hit up all the rides and then try to win the largest like stuffed animal that he can.
Okay, I'm here for this.
I will not unwillingly, but hesitantly follow along.
Wonderful.
Oh, come on, Jack, this will be so much fun.
How do you know it's safe?
I mean, we can
Do you
ask.
trust these people who made it? Do you know anything about their status of like, I don't know, work?
They all seem to be here voluntarily. It's not like they're forced into working for the carnival.
Well, I can try to heal you if it breaks.
That's appreciated.
Okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna go on.
I mean, which one would you like? I mean, there's the speed bike looking things over there. If we want something a bit more tamer, I mean, there's the carousel over there.
I'll just do which one you like to do because I don't know if I will like it.
Do you like going fast?
I like running.
Mm,
I think your bike's not horrible.
huh. What other rides are there?
There is a collection of activities and rides and interactive experiences. You have, as we've said, the small kind of like light cycle course off to the side. There appears to be kind of your stereotypical shooting range with like these stuffed dummies towards the back. There seems to be a stall that has a collection of balloons off to the side, like massive balloons that have been blown up and are staying there, have been put off to the side. There's another stall with a similar set of balloons, but this time they're, you know, normal sized and they seem to be lined up on a table, the group of seats. There's one area that seems to be cordoned off that just has an individual standing there, talking with individuals, and that's kind of all you would see at this point in time. You would see a large pylon that has been put into place of wood and metal reinforcement that has multiple sets of string and harnesses coming off the side in kind of like almost a spider web. Those are the ones that probably stand out to you the most.
Since let's go to the swings.
Okay. I've been on swings, just not like
Mechanical
like
ones?
yeah, like
Magical ones?
yeah, like rope and wood. And that's fun.
Okay. So this seems like a good start then.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Stepping forwards and approaching this stall here, you see a young tiefling woman, relatively short, towards kind of like the lower end of 5 foot. She seems to be kind of a mixture of trying to get people onto the ride itself, but also just generally being friendly. You see a few folks are a little kind of hesitant. The closer you get, this thing looks structurally not the best. It looks a bit kind of not quite rotted, but the wood has definitely kind of like seen some use. There are definitely marks across the wood itself. The string seems to be kind of it's been weathered, I think is probably the best way to put it. And yeah.
Okay, I am druid crafting the heck out of these weathered things. There's like vines now like supporting it so that it's like safer.
As you're kind of standing there and druid crafting and creating these kind of vines, the lady standing there kind of looks towards you, looks towards it, looks towards you, and just, oh, well, that's very nice of you.
Do you want it like themed at all? Do you have a favorite flower?
Looks around for a moment and kind of like makes sure she's not being seen before she leans in and just, I really like daffodils.
Okay. So then there's like daffodils like sprouting up in some places, and then on the sign now there's like a daffodil in the middle and like vines coming out. And what's your name?
Oh, I'm Kaya.
And
It's a pleasure
is this your thing here, or is it somebody else's?
well, I mean, Calum is the one who owns everything here and owns the.
I'm just gonna put your name on it, okay? So I put
Sure.
Kaya's daffodil swings on the sign. Like, okay.
Oh, that is lovely. That's really nice. Thank you. That looks really good. Um, sorry, I got totally distracted. Were you looking to take a spin? Or were you
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
taking a look around? Wonderful.
Yeah, we are gonna wait, a spin or a swing on it. Is it swinging and spinning, or is it just swinging or just spinning?
Would you rather it just swing? It's kind of built to spin as it goes, but you're more than welcome to just kind of
No, we
swing on
can
it if you
do
wish.
both.
Yeah. Wonderful stuff. Cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get you sorted then. This is gonna sound a little suspicious. It would be better if you handed off your belongings to a friend or anything like that. Just, we don't want anything kind of flying off and whacking someone else in the head as you go. It's not that fast, but, we just want to make sure 100% that no one's going to catch a mace to the face or anything. So yeah, if you have any friends around that you want to leave your stuff with, go for it. Cool. You can take it with you if you would like, but just bear in mind that anything that would happen both to you and to someone else would be your responsibility.
Do you have anything that you need to hand off?
I don't carry much. So should we just make sure like our pouches are tightly
Closed, I think. Yeah, I
closed, I
think
guess?
that's good.
Okay, wonderful. Well, in that case, yeah, just make sure that anything you have is securely fastened and securely tied and all of that kind of stuff. Um, Wonderful. Cool. Um, if you want to step this way. And she begins showing you basically how the ropes are gonna work. And it is very much kind of like an old timey like harness swing from the old kind of like mid 90s carnival days kind of set up in a bit of a fantasy dressing. And they're like, you have done a wonderful job with decorating things here, and that looks really good. I promise you they are a little sturdier than they look. Um, they've been touched up with a bit of magic from Calum themselves, so do not worry. It is perfectly safe. We have not had any issues with it at all. Still, though, it is lovely that you went ahead and gave it your own little touch up, your own little spin. Looks amazing. Um, but yeah, just go ahead and get yourselves comfortable. Um, Give me a bit of a wave when you are ready to go. Um, are uh any of you have issues with kind of like bright lights or flashing lights or anything like that, motion sickness, anything along those lines?
No, but am I allowed to create lights while I ride?
Sure thing. I mean, we'll be doing the same, so go for it. Wonderful stuff. Cool. In that case, yeah, just give me a wave when you're ready, and I'll go ahead and stand over here. And uh Kaya begins to walk over to this small little kind of metal control box that's just off to the side and is very clearly kind of hooked up to one of these large arcade generators. Takes a moment to kind of adjust themselves, does one last kind of distant check over of the apparatus itself before taking a look at the both of you.
Check everything. Okay. I'm good.
Is it like one of those where it like there's like a bar that goes like up and you have to get under it and then you put the bar back down and like strap yourself in? Is that like the kind of swings it is?
It's more of a like physical harness around you. So the apparatus
Oh,
is very clearly gonna like rise up and like slowly kind of spin. And yeah, as I say, like old kind of 1950s style. Um
okay.
yeah, it's very much kind of like you being strapped in and then being like hoisted up a little bit, not massively so.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
And
be
then
like
it
dangling
swings. Yeah.
20 feet in the air, but it's a little bit of a lift, and then you'll kind
Okay.
of swing your way around.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. As they smile, nod, and flick the lever, the entire device suddenly roars to life. There's this cascade of blue and red magic that pulses from this small control box all the way along this small wire and into the contraption itself as it kind of surprisingly smoothly actually comes to life. It hoists you both just a little bit above the ground, not too much, and begins to slowly spin its way around. As you do so, you see those mixtures of red and blue pulse both through the rest of the machine and through the ropes, but also through the air around you. You begin to see sparkles of magic as you begin to spin. Small little fireworks almost that rush past you of these, first of all, blue and red, but they begin to kind of twist into these beautiful rainbows of coloration around you as you begin to pick up speed and accelerate. You realize that those colors are forming something. I would like you to go ahead and make a wisdom save for me, both.
Hello?
This is not dangerous. This is just how the magic is going to affect you. Just
I'll
to
remind
clarify,
you, I can remove you from this
this is
call.
not-
I'll remind everybody I can remove you from this call.
No, I am being entirely transparent. This is not dangerous. This is not going to hurt you. This is just, there is a magical effect washing over you. How is it going to affect you? That is all it is.
Come have
To
fun
what
on my
degree?
carnival swing. Roll a wisdom save.
Yeah. So I rolled a 3, but it's a 13 with my wisdom save.
26.
All right.
What?
I rolled a 19.
Cool.
And
Wait,
my
no,
wisdom
that's,
save was plus
that's
7.
fine. Do you have a plus 10 to your wisdom save?
Yeah, hello? Do you have like expertise in wisdom saves?
Warlock stuff. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait.
I have plus 10, but I rolled a 3. So.
Oh, wait. I say that, but aren't we all also wearing rings of mind shielding?
Oh, and well, also I think my Fey ancestry gives me like a. Would this be something
charmed,
that? Oh, it's charmed. So is this charmed?
specifically.
It
Or no?
technically is a charm, so yeah, no, this would give you an advantage.
Oh, it's not. That was cocked.
If you need it, just in case.
Well, I only rolled a 7, so still not. I mean, that's 17, but
Yeah.
17's a whole lot closer to 20.
You feel this effect rush over both of you. The first thing you identify is that it is magic, but it is a relatively weak magic. It's a very kind of basic mixture of kind of like illusion.
weak.
As you feel that wash over you, you can see the rest of the illusion kind of appear before you. As you see these colors kind of part and begin to actually form, and you realize that the machine itself is creating the illusion of the sky above you, creating an illusion of you being twisted and pushed through the clouds. And this very kind of attempted vivid sensation of, flying through the sky, essentially, unaided. You very much recognize that this magical effect was very much designed to remove the visuals and the feeling of like the harness, and was kind of just there to enhance the experience, so to speak. It is not particularly strong magic, but you can easily identify. Whether you choose to give in to that feeling and to experience it is entirely up to you. But that check was very much just, do you identify the issue, or do you identify what it is, or do you just kind of have it happen to you? But yeah, you see this illusion continue as you both kind of spin around on this. Animals flying through the sky and sections of clouds beginning to part, and seeing this wide, beautiful ocean below, reflecting the suns of Vega back up into the sky. There's this like almost like god rays that appear for a moment as it fills your view, and as that brightness washes over you and the illusion kind of falls into that brightness as well, you feel the mechanism begin to slowly slow down and calm itself as the illusion begins to fade. You find yourself back in this foresty biome. You see once more the people below, the carnival itself, beginning to get a little busier now, but the spinning itself dies down. Doesn't take long before you find yourselves with your feet firmly back on the ground, with the ride itself having ended. You see higher, almost like a like a cat requiring validation, sitting at your door after you've come in after work. It's just they're just sitting there looking at you. Just
That was so much fun.
oh, okay. I'm very glad. And you, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, is that based on anything real or did it get made up for this ride?
Um, it's a bit of a dream, I guess. I would really like to be able to fly around one day. I decided to go ahead and try to make that an experience for people. When Calum said that I could go ahead and take over the ride for a bit, they very much kind of gave me the reins and said, "Hey, whatever you want to do." So I did that,
Oh,
and
you did all of this. That's cool. So it is your ride then.
I guess I'm looking after it at the moment. I guess
Well, if you did all that work, I feel like it's yours now.
that is incredibly sweet of you.
Your name's already on it.
That's true. Looks back towards the druid crafted black here. Just true. Ah, I'm also meant to give you, and they turn and begin like rustling through their pouch. Just they give you both, one each, a small paper coupon, slightly rounded at the edges. I go ahead and hand that over to you. Um, so we don't like people to walk away without some kind of memento. So even if you take part in some of the more competitive games and you don't actually win, um, if you go ahead and try out any of the other things here, any of the other events, you'll go ahead and collect a few coupons. You can go ahead and trade them in at one of the prize desks, and you can still walk away with something, even if you just wanted to come here and have fun. Um, just a little thing from us to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I mean, we're walking away with the experience as well.
And if when at some point, I might be able to help you fly. Like I can't like make. Well, I can let you, or I can make wings, and then I can fly with you if you would like. Uh,
Is this a date? You asking me
That
on a date?
would be amazing. It has always been it's always been a thing of mine. It's always been a thing of mine. Like my mom had wings, and they were able to fly and do whatever, and I was just never able to. Um, and I'm good with like little magics and little tricks and fun things here and there, but nothing like that. That would be amazing. That'd be really extremely kind of you.
well, you've been so kind to share this experience with us.
We we do our best. Well, yeah. I hope you enjoy the carnival, and yeah, feel free to just let me know whenever you've got a moment, I guess, and we'll make something happen.
Okay.
Wonderful. Cool. Yeah. Have a lovely rest of your day. They
You
do a
too.
bit polite little bow towards you. There's a bit of a smile. Um, and they nod towards you and take a look around. It's about now that you notice, having seen two uh, very, for lack of a better word, very powerful looking individuals, very independent individuals who have now gone onto this ride and, very openly said, hey, yeah, no, this was fun. I enjoyed it. You're beginning to see a bit of a crowd now forming. And Kaya turns and is like, oh, hi everyone, and begins talking to the crowd and sorting through people and begins loading up the ride for the next journey. I think unless there's anything else that you two would like to do, that's a good place to flip over to the other group.
I just have one thing that I would like to say. If we go
Go,
on a
go.
fast ride and we sit next to each other, Jack's gonna do like the mom hold, like if it goes fast, but like the ultimate one, because like the vines will like really like wrap
Train.
like around the car and like hold us
Hell yes.
into
It's
it.
canon now. I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Hell yeah.
Like, wait, what? It's going really fast. Wait, you're moving. It looks like you're gonna fall out.
You can certainly continue to partake of the amusements here, and yes, no, that scene is canon now. That's definitely happening. I love that. Wonderful stuff. Cool. In that case, let's flip over to the other half of the party then. Noe, Dewan, as you approach the fortune teller here, um, there is a fabric covering that you can go ahead and kind of pass open. There is the immediate uh barrage of like dim light mixed with kind of like hues of purple and blue, that immediately is a very stark contrast to that which is outside. um you see inside a lot of fabrics that are strewn up across sections of the tent here. Some of them very clearly just decorative. Some of them bear some of the insignias of the various countries around the planet. Um, there are many blues, many silvers, many purples mixed in. Um, there is a table in the center, a large table that's open, a rather well looked after and relatively modern by this this place's standards at the very least. Um, Large chair that sits on the other side, and there's these two again very comfortable seats on your side closest to you. Um, on the table itself, you see a mixture of apparatus. You see a small deck of cards off to the side. You see a mixture of crystals and minerals and materials all in a open box, packed away to another side very neatly. You see an astrolabe, an old star chart, partly mechanical, that seems to be sitting in near perfect condition, as if it had literally just been finished. Um, Tucked away to the side, you see a diorama, 3D metallic diorama of what appears to be Vega itself, the suns, the two moons, and a few other celestial bodies that are kind of charted across this, and a small symbol that is kind of carved into um, the side of the mineral box itself. I'd like you both to roll a religion check for me.
Hell yeah.
Religion.
You don't want to sit down for this one. 12.
Mm. 13.
Okay.
We are girlfriends.
The symbol itself bears a obscure familiarity that you can't quite place.
Is it like the scroll that I have that has obscure familiarity that I cannot place?
Wait, don't we also have a disc?
We have multiple things that
We have
have
multiple
obscure
things
that have obscure familiarity that we cannot
that
place.
we cannot place.
I have a coin that I believe I don't want to get rid of.
There we go. That's
and
the
a
one.
scroll.
Yep. I'm thinking of the coin.
If you were to pull out the scroll, and take a look at the scroll, take a look at the symbol, there is definitely a stark similarity between them.
I guess I'm asking, would it feel like that? I don't know if I would just take it out for no reason, but would it feel like I've seen that somewhere in a thing I have?
I mean, okay, wait, but actually, again, Dawn has a sage background, so if I see this and I recognize it, I'm going to say, "Hey, isn't this what was on the scroll you have?"
We got there. We've now looked at the scroll.
Photographic memory.
The best way I could compare it is like what is on the box is like the new age version of the same religious symbol. There have been some revisions to the design. There's been a little bit of changes in kind of like the details, but this very much points to the same entity, the same draconic vibes, if you were, as the construct. This rather mysterious entity related to time and space.
Sorry, you said
So
the
it's-
new
oh,
age
wait.
symbol, and all I can think of is, so it's on a graphic tee at TJ Maxx.
So
I'm not saying no.
You said they're called. You said it's the construct.
The construct.
It is.
We've talked about the
yes.
construct before.
Yes. It is called the
Yeah,
construct.
and I remember
Yes.
that.
A entity that technically only relatively recently became a deity due to the acts of a group of adventurers.
Okay.
Not a lot is known about the creature other than it's extremely old. It seems to have some kind of relevance to time and space directly, and some kind of power over it. And it wanted to become a god, and it became a god because people made it a god.
Girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight your way to godhood.
Faked it until they made it.
Is there a person here?
At this current moment in time, no. But like there
I
are
want-
very clearly like signs of habitation.
And it doesn't look like I take out the coin since it got those coins. They don't have. It's not the same symbol as the coin.
Again, the same kind of similarity. You imagine that all three have a connection.
I look at the one. Can I touch the bucks? I need to go get the bucks.
This isn't our. I mean, I'm not going to stop you because I feel like you're going to touch the box. You've touched the box. It's also just not our space. And she could be back. They could be back.
Hello? Is somebody here?
Why are you doing that now?
Can I
Touch
see
the
your-
box first and then call them.
Can I see your box? Oh, that came out wrong.
I feel like Dawan gives a little playful smack, like,
You hear a little burst of a low chuckle before the little sections of fabric at the back of the tent open up, and around the corner, a mid-30s perhaps human gentleman steps through, kind of like brown hair speckled with gray and silver streaks through it, um, pushed back currently, very kind of messily. There's a small, very thin headband that kind of sits a little kind of crooked on his head. Um, he himself sits down, um, quite gaunt, a very pale complexion. Um, Looks like at some point he had some color in his face, but it has been washed out. I think is very much the kind of the tones of pink have very much been almost pulled away. Um, he's not undead, but he looks a little closer than perhaps you'd like. uh, there is an immediate waft of perfume that hits the air. This mix of lavenders and other such smells that kind of gently, but it is pervasive enough to notice. He takes a couple of steps forwards and readjusts his jacket. It's clean, but it's got some wear and tear to it as he kind of readjusts the shirt underneath. There's this small little tie that he kind of readjusts. Takes a few steps forwards. A little forward, perhaps, but go
No,
ahead.
that came out wrong. I already have a box like that to see. Thank you.
Oh, you're gonna be a mighty interesting one.
That is what people always tell me. I am always telling I am interesting.
I know you're interesting. You're very interesting. Why would I? Of course you're interesting.
What is this? And I hold the box.
Uh, collection of connections to the planet. Materials from across near and far, ways to ground myself when I'm doing my thing.
Okay, what do they have to do with these things? I just hold out the scroll and the coin. They are like all the same, yes? No?
Now that is interesting.
You're not going to fight me, are you? Because she will be very mad if I got us into a fight today.
Not at all.
I want to insight check this entire conversation, this entire expression of. Listen, as soon as you said, now that is interesting, Dalan is like, is it? Why?
Go
I roll
ahead.
insight. I roll.
Yeah, roll that insight check.
So
It's me, the provider of insight checks, because I will never stop. I will always just start talking to them. Feel free to vibe check them as they talk to me.
I see nothing.
Yes, the usual DM trump card of just they're kind of hard to read.
Man, they really find this interesting information.
They lean forwards and you see now their eyes are bright. They still have kind of like the brown gold coloration, but the whites of their eyes are filled with these small speckles of pink and purple and blue. ASMR are not uncommon in Vega. Some of them have subtler tells than others. a little different from stereotypical mythos. Usually, an Azamar is an individual that has had some kind of connection to a celestial, not necessarily a deity, but a powerful celestial entity, one way or another. Azamar can be from multiple planes. They don't necessarily have to be from one specifically. And they can have multiple different connections to those kinds of creatures. But this is very much a dead giveaway in that regard, that they definitely have some kind of Azamar heritage to them as they lean forwards. It's just extremely unusual to find folks that are sporting this particular symbol, this particular regalia, if you will. Seen a lot of religious folk and less religious folk with all kinds of symbols in my time. Plenty around here, but that's just one of the more unusual ones. You don't see them a lot.
Oh, I don't worship whatever this is. I just carry it around. I don't know what it is.
It's good to know. Looks to me like a some kind of ritual sheet.
Oh, what do you think it does? You have it on your box. Is it? Is it something you do?
It's not exactly worship. We have an arrangement, I guess, is probably the best way to put it.
That sounds shady, but you said you won't fight me, so I don't really care. Do you know what this ritual sheet is for?
There are very, very few future scenarios where I start a fight and I win it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay in my lane and just be nice, be polite.
You know, you think that would stop people, but it never. I look at it never has, right? We tell people all the time, and they do it anyway.
I know.
They're always like, "Oh, but there's a chance." Never works out for them. It does look like some kind of ritual script. What kind of ritual that is, I would need a little bit of time to divine. But I'm not exactly gonna go ahead and steal things from people who stumble into here looking for answers or a way to pass the time. Definitely not that kind of person, so.
But if we wanted you to research this, you would?
I'm happy to help. It's a mutual curiosity. You'd be helping me out as much as I'd be helping you out. I'm always curious to see what people think of my coworker.
At this point now, we will now insight check. They've been really weird about saying coworker and arrangement and deal.
Don't roll on that one.
Sure. 21.
Good.
Nice. They don't seem to regard this individual with any hostility, but there's definitely a carefulness there. There's some kind of connection or contract or something. There's some kind of relationship that they're being very careful about navigating. And it's definitely a far more personal one than they're trying to kind of get across.
I don't sense malintent towards
the situation.
Yeah.
They do seem legitimately curious. They seem to be very much of their word.
So, okay, you want to research this to help you, and it will also help us, and you will not use the research to do anything bad.
Pretty much.
And you'll tell us everything you find.
Everything I can suss out here. Absolutely.
You'll tell us everything you will find.
I have no reason to hide anything.
Okay.
At just
Well,
the cost of exploring something you're very curious about.
Exactly. It's extremely rare that there are the occasional people that step through with trinkets that they picked up at carnivals that have, symbols across them that they have no idea what they actually mean, but they looked pretty, so they just went ahead and picked them up at the market or whatever. But very few individuals who bring me something like this. So I'm legitimately curious.
okay. I mean, that sounds good to me. I should let you know that I am not from this plane. I don't know if fey rules apply to me. It applies to a lot to my friends and my mother. So I like to let people know that my mother say I have to tell people that it's a what is the word she used? Informed consent. Because if you make a deal and you double cross it, something bad may happen to you.
Indeed. Well, thank you for letting me know. My point still stands, though.
Oh, okay. I hold the scroll out then.
They reach out and they pause for a moment, and they, just in case, they reach into their pouch and pull out this shiny, thin platinum band, and they place it on the table and move it across to you. Just give that back to me once I've given this back to you.
I'm going to lose this.
That one just takes it from.
In fairness, I could definitely find it, but thank you for your honesty.
I also want a fortune. I just you came in and you had stuff that looked cool.
I was about to say, he very clearly places the scroll within clear view on the table on his end. I was about to say, I doubt you came in here just because I was a little weird and I just so happened to have something that you looked at. What would you like?
You
Past
say
or
that,
future?
but that tends to be how we meet most of the people in our party.
Interesting. It's not my job to unpack all that.
I want
Yes.
a fortune.
All right. So future, then you're looking to look at something that might be rather than
Yes.
something that was. All right. Good.
Oh, you can do both. Maybe both. How much is it?
I provide one reading of each to people, free of charge, as the Carnival is wont to do. My services are a little more taxing, though, so any further than that would be, depending on how far you wanted to go back, anywhere between 50 to maybe 300 gold pieces, purely to
That is a
supply the
good balance.
materials.
That's a good balance so the players do not abuse this mechanic.
Most certainly. In fact, I'm very aware that someone just gave you a large amount of money.
That is good to keep in mind. Okay, so you say the future is free and the past may cost money. I will start with the future then.
I would give you one reading of each for free.
Oh, I will start with the future then.
All right. Any particular time span or subject that you're looking to go ahead and take a look at?
I have to do something very scary and important, and I need to know if it's going to work out.
All right. Okay. I respect your vagueness, but I will need something a little more tangible to get a hold of, just to make sure I'm clutching the right thread. You don't necessarily have to give me any information you don't want to, but if you have anything with a tangible, a physical connection that you can just kind of hold out, and I'll hold the other end, we can get something moving.
Oh, yes. 1 second. And now I'll go into her pouch, and she like grabs like a handful of seeds, and like takes their hand and like puts the seeds in this person in like in I didn't even get this person's name in this person's hand. But when they do, they like firmly press so they feel a ring. And they kind of like do like eyes like around like to Dewan standing behind them.
With your passive insight, you get the immediate recognition that this is not this guy's first rodeo. Like this has clearly happened many times before. There is absolutely no reaction from their face as they go ahead and kind of nod once and bring up a hand and bring an eye patch down. That little kind of like headband actually had two eye patches that he like unfolds from the headband itself. He goes, future, right? Okay. He goes ahead and pulls the eye patch over his left eye, and as there is a slight flash of the same kind of pink purple in the other eye, you watch the whites of his right eye fade away as this nebula begins to build inside of the eye itself. The build-up of both this magic and this constellation kind of begin to spin for a few moments. You're almost watching this kind of galaxy forming around his pupil and his iris for just a few moments before there's another quick flash of light, and it begins to slow down again and returns back. You see the whites begin to reappear. He blinks once, breathes in, and breathes out. Wow, you have an incredibly interesting life.
I should have warned you. I also have 3 souls in my body, so I hope that didn't make it complicated.
Yeah, that was extremely complicated, I gotta say. That was a lot of like sorting out and filing things in the right,
I forgot to
whatever.
mention that. I am sorry.
That's all right. It's not my first time with individuals who hold other consciousness beside their own. More to the point, though, when it comes to the task that has been set before you, it looks like you tend to be perfectionistic about the things that you care about.
Hmm?
And while sometimes things go a little bit wrong, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
Now it's like
Just
fixing her hair. I don't know what you mean about that. My mother is very much like all the T's and the I's must have their eyeballs, but I am very careful. I don't know what you mean.
Remind me to teach you how that saying goes.
The T, you have an eyeball in your T? Yes.
No.
he even gets a chuckle out of that as he just, like I said, a
What
very interesting life.
tea are we talking about? I'm concerned.
You cross your T and dot your I, the eyeball, because you dot your I.
You're gonna be fine.
Okay.
It just be yourself. with
I can do
all
that.
of the pluses and minuses that might come along with that.
That I can do. My other, I have a past one, and I don't know if this is going to be too much, and I need to do something for you. But I am from the Verdant Vale. For ever now, as far as we know, no one has been able to locate Nevin or even know if they are alive. But I really feel like they could help us with something else we have to do. And I I would like to know what happened to them. So if I can try, I can set out to find them.
Nevin. Nevin. Name doesn't particularly ring a bell, but I can
Oh,
take a look nonetheless.
they are the dragon who we believe started the Verdant Trail. No one really. That's what we all get told. That's the stories that got passed down from the oldest members to the elders now that they tell us. So we assume they were right, but they are a very old dragon if they are still around.
All right. I'll go ahead and take a look.
Oh, I have something that should be of theirs. Now he like reaches on their arm and just full on like takes the scale off.
Ah,
Hmm?
More and more interesting by the moment. All right.
you can just do that? Does that hurt?
No, they it's like skins like lizards melt their scales, you know?
Darling, I don't like that. I don't like that visual. I don't want to know if you're gonna start molting in bed.
They
No,
turn to you, Dewan, and just give you the look of just,
I do it in the when I get clean. You like
Exfoliate. You're exfoliating. Okay. All right.
yeah. Also, I get stabbed like a lot. Do you think that would hurt? That's like pulling your hair.
Fair. It's like plucking an eyebrow.
I got stabbed like 100 times yesterday.
Can we not remind ourselves of yesterday? We were hurt. We've been hurt a lot.
Yes. Adventurers leave a chaotic lifestyle. I got stabbed like 1,000,000 times, not even 24 full hours ago.
Our scars
And
have
now-
scars. Our
and now
scars have scars.
And now I'm in a carnival.
And our scars have emotional scars.
Yeah.
the way that it happens sometimes.
Does that hurt? You think I have pain receptors still? They are fried.
Gone.
Anyway, yeah.
Pain, pleasure, who can tell?
They take the scale, hold it in their hands, bring the eye patch down across the other eye, and the same process happens. The same flash, the same twisting, the same magical few moments as the magic fades and they take that same deep breath in, deep breath out. You see a little bit more of kind of like a dazed expression across their face as they shake their head to a bit and just, oh, that one was that one was a little tougher. All right, so first things first, your Nevin individual, they do not want to be found.
That is
That
fair.
was an interesting experience.
I hope I didn't get you in trouble.
No, not at all, not at all. Well, I mean, if a big dragon ends up coming and attacking me during the night, then I guess we'll know for sure. But from what I'm able to gather, they're around. They're watching. They're paying attention. They just seem to be biding their time for the right moment. And they seem to have a lot of trust in y'all. A lot of faith that y'all are somehow still doing the right thing despite everything that's going on. Not entirely sure what that means, but that's the the general gist of things, it would appear. But for now, they're happy to be watching in the shadows, it seems.
Oh well, that is good, I guess. So if we do the wrong thing, they will show up. Okay.
Maybe, maybe.
Do you have anything, kitten?
No, I really came to see if there was any truth to this, honestly. You know, some carnivals can be a bit of a scam. So I just didn't want you to be taken advantage of. But this has been incredibly enlightening, and I don't. I mean,
Then maybe you. Do you want to try?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
We're here to have fun.
Like I said, one past, one future for everybody. For free, at least.
Well, you did your future.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do my past.
All right. What is it exactly you're looking for?
I want to know, and this might be a bit of a stretch, seeing as it's not directly my past, but it is my family's past. My grandmother's journey. She's talked about it a little bit, but never really in depth, and I don't know how she's gotten into the place where she is now, the Verdant Vale, or how she knows your mother.
My mother knows everybody. My mother probably knows this person.
I swear to goodness, one of these days your mother's just going to appear next to us without us even knowing, and I'm so looking forward to that day. Dawn looks around as if she has ears in every corner.
There's like a tree that's like, hmm?
A bird outside staring in.
Yeah, there's some random squirrel, like, munching on
Choose your
candy
next
corn.
words very carefully.
So you're looking for a little bit of window into her story.
I suppose. Well, I guess honestly, is it is, is it specifically my past or the past?
Right?
I mean, you just looked up Nevin.
I am technically like Nevin's child, sort of. So
I'm Nene's granddaughter.
yeah,
I
that's I'm
have
saying.
the fortunate ability to look at many different moments in the past. I tend to not want to pry into people's direct history who aren't present. That feels like kind of an invasion of consent and privacy. But also, there are situations where I understand that getting a hold of people isn't always easy. And there's also a lot of things that people aren't going to be honest about for various different reasons. Or maybe just there's so much history, then it's kind of hard to pinpoint something out. So I'm open to it.
My grandmother, this is what I would like, because I think it does tie into our future, or at least the future that I would like. My grandmother knows about chimeric practices and magics, and she's been studying chimeric creatures. I would like to see, or I'm wondering about her first interaction with one. She's given me her journals about her studies, so I feel like this isn't too much of an invasion of privacy. And if perhaps we weren't sprinting towards the end of the world or whatever, we would have had a good conversation at the Verdant Vale, but we were also there for a party, and it's just, I got smushed by a big rock. Carried by a rock. It's fine.
The
I
bird.
I mean this with as much respect as I can possibly muster. I really hope that there are other people looking after you too, because it seems like you get into some serious shit.
Oh, there are. We have a whole found family. Actually, out there eating cotton candy and kettle corn and talking to a devil.
I'm happy for now. When does the carnival
Oh,
close?
She
are
seems
they
very.
chatting with? Oh, they're chatting with drama, aren't they?
They
Oh,
are
it's not
chatting
good.
with drama, and it seemed like a very involved conversation.
Should we let the when does the carnival close?
uh, 4 days from now,
You go all night? Question mark. Oh.
we have other individuals that take the posts. Some
Oh.
things close, some things stay open, but we're a 24-hour thing.
Oh, really? I
Uh,
just want to make sure we give Mara some space. I want to crush her game, you know?
fair.
Anyway, sorry, you were doing your thing. I'm going to stand over here now.
All right. I don't suppose you've got anything tangible that I can go ahead and kind of latch onto.
Dawn hauls up her medicine case given to her by Nene and gently slams it on the table.
A little bigger than I expected, but this works. All right, this one's a little more specific, but should be fine. The hand reaches out gently, very gently, places a hand on the case. Same again. The eye patch comes down, the magic begins to flow. For what is such a dramatic kind of light show in the eye of this individual, everything else is very normal. It's there's no like big spark of magic that pulses through the room or anything like that. It's a very kind of just kind of boring, kind of mundane situation if you weren't looking at them directly. Um, the magic fades. Say breathe in, breathe out, bring themselves to, take a hand away. Oh, that woman has been alive for a real long time.
She's very old. Should have maybe mentioned that she's quite old.
All right. To give you something more precise, that one's gonna take time, like an actual sit down and beyond just a quick skim. Uh, but what I was able to find, they seem to have some kind of early friendship with a changeling individual. Not really sure of the details, but there's some kind of relationship there. I don't know. Seemed like they became good friends at some point, but I don't really know much more than that.
Just friends, right? I don't want to be asking my grandmother about her exes.
Why not?
I mean, I didn't poke too much into it, but they seem like friends, like just buddies, acquaintances.
I mean, I feel a little respectful of everyone's past relationships. I suppose I could ask it of her. I really need to get in touch with Nanette.
But it would make sense that would be the starting point. Changelings being kind of a melding of magic and, well, draconic heritage. It would make sense that perhaps they're a little harder to treat in some instances when it comes to medical matters. Going from that to chimeric, medicine, did you say? It doesn't seem too far-fetched.
That's fair. I hadn't made those connections before. That one is going to do some research now. She's writing a thesis. She's actually studying. This is her PhD topic.
Where's Dawn getting her degree from?
My grandma is a badass bitch. In this essay, I will.
My grandma's brother union. You have to deal with it. By Dawn. Do you have a last name? Do you have a surname?
Yeah, I do. It's on my Google Meets. Suhu.
Sue?
Yes. Austin makes a note.
Yeah.
I thought I was muted.
you were. Please, I recognize them.
The individual steps back for a moment, and there's a little bit of kind of like a self-defeating smile, I guess. Kind of the very obvious, like, oh, I wish I could have done a little more kind of thing. They're very hot on their sleeve, this individual. They give them give you a bit of a smile. Just, yeah, sorry, that one was a little complex for just a quick few moments, but I hope that helped.
It did. You've given me a direction, at least.
I'm glad. And if any of the other members of your family want to pop in, they are more than welcome. You said there was a few of your found folks outside, so yeah, if I can help any more, as I say, a couple of freebies, but everything else on that, I can provide a service for a cost.
I do know one member that might really enjoy this conversation, this dialogue. Just don't be surprised by how she looks. And then I'm just gonna like glance around the room, taking stock of how large it is or fits.
Oh, I was thinking of the one that's very bright.
Both of them, honestly. I was thinking of the one that really enjoyed stories, and so maybe perhaps.
Well, I feel like the other one really likes to talk to people.
The other one will just make friends.
They're probably having a great time together.
Should we go? I feel like we've taken up a bunch of your time, and I'm sure that there is probably a line that has formed outside.
Do you take tips? Is that a thing you're allowed to do?
As in advice, or as in monetary donations?
Monetary donations, seeing as you've done this for free for us, so please allow us to tip you.
There's a small fund going, yes.
Oh, okay.
Pulls out a small little glass jar from underneath, and it is a small glass jar. Pull it up. There's a few kind of like silver pieces in the bottom, a few copper, a few silver. At the bottom.
I have one that's that color, like the one you have, and Dwan drops, now he drops a platinum piece in because it's the closest she has to.
Oh,
that matches, yes.
Mighty kind of you. You sure? That's quite a bit of gold there. Well, not gold in this case. It's quite a bit. It looks like
the silvery one. I don't have a silvery one, but I had one of those.
Yeah, this one's worth quite a bit more.
I don't really have much to use money for, so.
We're also not particularly liquid right now, so large bills and all that.
I am not made of liquid. Are you made of liquid?
Technically, we are very much made of liquid.
Is this in the window?
Do I need to? We're gonna have an anatomy lesson and a biology lesson once we get out of here.
Is that in the window?
That one just makes the
digging yourself a hole.
Jeez. I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't mean this to it, but you're not wrong.
Are we leaving the carnival?
I thought we could go enjoy some of the rides.
Oh, okay.
I also want to see if there's a haunted house.
Oh, okay, the ride's here. Okay, now I understand. I thought that was another interview. I just really got lost in the sauce a little bit.
Naui is just frisky. That's what we're
Now
gathering
he has
from this
entered and left
conversation.
horny.
Now we had a fight yesterday, and she's like, "My blood is still pumping."
Suspension bridge. Just wait until we go on a roller coaster.
Oh no.
Oh, we should leave your tent now. I am sorry you had to hear all of that.
I have heard quite a bit more and quite a bit worse. You are
Oh
just
my.
fine. Yeah, it turns out when you make a living poking into people's pasts every now and then, you come across some shit.
Now he gets 1,000-yard stare thinking about. Oh, I am so sorry.
It's like dentists.
It's fine. No worries at all.
I am done talking to you now. Goodbye. And now he leaves.
I appreciate her candor.
She is very to the point. Thank you again for everything.
Happy to help how I can.
And
I hope you have a lovely rest of the evening.
we will, and we'll be in touch. And Darwin like flashes the ring and then puts it in. I'm not gonna say the bag of holding. I think she just puts it in like one of the top compartments of her medicine case so that it is there, but she will also not lose it.
They tap the scroll, nod, and smile.
And we leave. Bye.
Leave the tent.
We leave the tent to find our friends. Where are our friends? Friends?
Hello.
We just exit. Hello.
I'm gonna hand it over to Jack and to Hiroki here. Where do they find you? Where do you think your adventures have led you across this carnival? Make it up if you need to. Doesn't matter. The whole world's your oyster.
Well, as I said, Hiroki's wanted to try every single ride, so I think he's done that. Like, having experienced the first one was like, oh, that was really cool. I wonder if all the other things are like this. And I also said that he wanted to find the largest stuffed animal he could and win it, but he's actually not very good.
Oh no.
We can take turns. Like, yeah.
Like, if he's shooting something with magic, he's really good at that. But like aiming with his hands and like having to like throw an object or something, he is not very good at this. So he's collected a large pile of the like participation coupons. Because he's
I love
trying
this.
and trying and trying, and he's actually not very good at aiming unless he's got magic.
Oh, I love this. That's so cute.
Roki.
Oh. Sorry, the picture in my head is just funny. I just have a picture of like Jack who knows how to use a crossbow, like just helping out, and like this huge pile of tickets off the side. Hiroki's just beaming. I don't know. It's like it's just I don't know. Picture playing out in my head is really funny.
Yeah, he's trying so hard, but it'll be like bounce off.
It's like
Or
it's just like the "Are you winning, son?" Like ah, perfect. Jack, how are you getting along with things? Are
Just
you enjoying the carnival?
watching and following and doing, like, just being there. What? I guess we're completionists on the rides. So I got a lot of tickets to turn in.
No, that's innuendo.
Indeed, indeed, you do. There are a few different of a few different kinds of the larger stuffed toys. You do see the stereotypical fancy carnival prize, which is the giant owlbear, because of course there is. You do see a slightly more familiar stuffed toy. The adult version of the teeny tiny baby displacer beast that you had seen. Um, this kind of like big stuffed toy with the tendrils and the same white fur that the small kitten had. And of course, you do also see a stuffed dragon, because of course you do. Those are the big three.
If we pool our tickets together, do we have enough for like one of the big ones?
You most certainly do. After the amount of participation trophies that Hiroki has accrued from just jumping in and you helping out Jack, both in terms of watching over the situation and taking part yourself, you definitely have enough to grab one of them.
You know which one you want?
There, of course.
Individual steps over, grabs this huge owlbear, pulls it free of the shelving here, and makes their way over to you, and places it down. And there's actually like an audible thud as it hits the as it hits the table. A slight wiggle. The entire tent kind of like bows for a second. Individual scoops over the tickets. Say, you need a carrier for that, or
What
you got
does the
that
carrier
handle?
look like?
Or,
It's very big if it's gonna hold that.
It's wooden and big. They hold up
That
like
seems more difficult.
they hold up like this large wicker basket. It's just very slowly kind of confused.
No, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
I think it'd be easier to just carry it than carrying a bigger solid thing.
I think. Well, you trying to figure if you want to carry her or not. Lupa didn't go with me, because she was eating snacks. I think Lupa just like pokes her head in and like Mama Wolf grabs it by the scruff and looks at you two and like pulls it out.
Okay.
Uh
Did you want anything else? You haven't eaten in a while.
I mean, now that we've gone on all the rides, it makes more sense to have more of the street foods.
Did you want to do that? Are you hungry? Again?
Well, I mean, kettle corn really isn't a meal. What if there's food on sticks? I mean, it's
Corn
Carnival, so
dogs,
there definitely
corn
should be food on
dogs.
sticks. There should definitely be some sort of food on sticks. And everything tastes better on a stick. I don't know exactly why.
I'm like made of sticks, so that seems odd to me.
Jacaranda, are you flirting? I'm sorry, I'm like this today.
Jacaranda,
Yeah, like,
are you flirting with me?
am I supposed to feed them food?
Jack's like feeding her pets. Like, you guys eat like 15 times a day. I can't keep count. Is it a time to eat? I feel like you're always like, oh, we need to eat. And I'm like, you just ate when you woke up. We're like, it's been 6 hours. And you're like, so? How often do you eat?
Well, we can find sticks. I know that for sure.
I don't think we need to look for sticks.
They provide the sticks for you.
Yeah, they cook the food on the sticks. Not your sticks. I'm sorry, am I being insensitive?
Let's just go see what you mean.
I feel like at the same time, Dewan's explaining the same thing to Naui.
Yeah.
Like, I feel hungry. Like the food was enough, and Dawn's like, "Yeah, no, we have to get this food, and it comes on sticks."
There's
And I'm like,
fair food. Most of it's
like,
on sticks.
"Oh, I got us sticks for us, and we roast them."
No.
Like the
I feel like
the
also,
exact same
I
conversation.
feel like also now he's like, but why don't we just hunt and
Yeah.
then cook our own food over a stick?
Yeah.
Like, no, because they're gonna cook it over a fire for us, but we could cook it over a fire for free. But
It's like
everything's free here.
Parallel conversations, and we end up at the corn dog stand.
Yeah, you both end up same time walking up at the corn dog stand.
Everybody, apparently, this food comes on a stick.
But we
Yeah.
don't get the sticks.
No, I was
Are
like, I can go
you
get the food and put it on the stick.
You're having
I
this
said we could
conversation
find
too.
sticks.
Saying food for some reason tastes better on a stick.
But not my sticks.
Right.
I would eat food on those sticks.
I can give you a stick.
That's what I am saying. We have so many places to get sticks.
Oh,
But Dewan is like, we have
Food
to
right
get-
here.
it's
More, please.
into the middle distance. Silent.
I will let you know, Jack. Apparently, this is the thing to do. So I will tell you if it is good.
Are we going to eat our corn dogs now?
I'm just watching you all.
I thought every time we eat, Jack's just like, and what's it feel like in your mouth?
Like,
And how does it make you feel in your soul?
just like watching your mouths moving and like stuff moving around. Like,
Are we chewing with our mouths open? Disgusting.
no.
It's like- Can you
I
keep your
hope
mouth
not.
open? I want to see.
What did
We're
you two
grossed
do?
out by it.
What did you two do at the carnival so far?
Oh, we went on like fast things and things that went high up in the air and things that spun around.
You
with
went on the
lights.
rides.
Mhm.
We should go on some.
Oh,
And then we got this.
Oh,
The giant owlbear.
Oh, and we did shooting.
you shot someone? Is
No.
everyone okay?
No, they said only the things that were inside where we were allowed to
The
shoot.
targets
Oh,
you have to hit.
There's like fake ducks.
oh, like target practice. I can do that. And you get one of those.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I don't know why we got this one because we didn't do a very good job, but they gave us this one at the end.
Were there other ones?
There was a lot. There was a dragon.
There was a dragon. We need the dragon.
Okay, I will get you the dragon.
I said we need the dragon. We need the dragon.
I will get we the dragon.
Dragon's name is we now.
Well, I'm glad. It sounds like we ate food, and then we went to the fortune teller, who actually knew a lot of things about. You remember we found that paper and that coin in that weird place where I almost died and then got disappeared, and then I
Which
came
one?
back.
Which time?
When we were in that basement.
With the
one-
scroll with the gold script.
Yes.
Which basement? The one with the Pantherman or a different basement?
The one where
Where
we beheaded the person.
Yes.
Didn't we behead the Pantherman?
Yes, it's that basement.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Wait. There's someone else who can read that?
Yes, they said it looks like a ritual sort of thing, and they are going to figure out what it does.
Are they like me?
They weren't very bright. They were actually very pale, but their eyes are very bright. Maybe it's the fortune teller. They are over there. I did not get their name or pronouns. I was very rude.
I think we did pick up that they were ASMR though.
And we
Yes.
turn around and the fortune teller's head is gone.
But they said to tell our friends.
Maybe
They,
he just moves around the fair or the carnival.
they said everyone else should go by, and you get a future one for free and then a past one for free. They were very nice, but yes, they could. I don't know if they know more, but they could read it, and they said they would figure out what it does.
Also, Hiroki's gonna fly somebody around. They offered to do that, and they were really happy,
But that is nice. Hiroki is such a nice person.
right? I was like, that's a lot for somebody that you don't know, but they were happy about it, which is good.
That is very good. Also, I think Ma's been talking to that devil for a long time.
Wait,
And-
a devil?
Yeah, over there, their name is Drama, apparently. That's what everybody keeps saying.
Drama?
But Mara looks like she is having a good time, and I feel like we should find out when Drama gets off work so we don't, like, harsh Mara's vibe.
Wait, find out when they get.
Mara does like collecting stories.
Wait, why do you need to
Yes.
find out when they get off work?
It's now he's trying to look at middle distance at Dewan.
Maybe they want to continue their conversation in a more quiet place. And we should let them have that opportunity if they so wanted.
Wait, why do we need to know that?
So we don't... We
So
have
that
a way
we don't
of...
accidentally call Mara, unless it's an extreme emergency. 'Cause-
We... besides Hiroki, we are kind of rude. Like, me too.
So finding out when they get off work is not rude.
Because then we won't bother them if they want to have a private conversation.
I don't think I want to bother them anyway.
Well, that will then... Also, this food on a stick is good. I get it.
Is it the stick that makes it good, or is it
The
just
stick is
food?
pretty tasty, and now he's been eating it like we're eating through the stick like a fucking lunatic.
Like the
You
feral
like-
child
like
she
a
is.
dog.
Yeah, you look.
It's like
and,
when you eat that like extra corn piece like off of the stick, but you get a bit of the stick too.
Like,
No,
I think
it's
it's
like
at
when
this point.
It's like when you have a popsicle and you just freaking gnaw on the popsicle stick for way too long.
I think it's like that point you look over and it is like the corn dog is down, but so like there's no stick exposed.
Yeah. That's a crunch.
The stick is also pretty good.
You weren't meant to eat the stick. I mean, you eat the food on the stick, but it's the food on the stick, not the stick.
Oh, well, I thought that's what made it different than me getting a stick. It was like the stick, we also eat the stick.
Have you been eating sticks at our campfires?
No, I thought that's what made this important to get it here, is that these stick was like something you eat.
No, it's just a stick.
Oh.
It's just a stick.
Do you
Well-
think if we did bring sticks that they would use our sticks? Or do they only use theirs?
That's a great question. I'm gonna turn to the corn dog vendor. Do you use your own sticks?
Dewan looks to the vendor, help me.
Can we bring our own
Help
stick?
me.
What have I done?
This entire time, there's just been like a blank middle distance stare from the vendor, who is like still like actively like sorting out the corn dogs and rearranging the sauces and things, but they have not, they've got a proper like Squidward pan to the camera look on their face right now. As they kind of directly address you, as you directly address them, sorry, they take one look at you and just look straight back out.
Can we bring our own sticks? Oh wow, I do this for free.
You he's like, he's questioning his life right about now. But
You know,
as
so is
this
Dawan. So is Dawan.
as this conversation continues, you hear a bit of a ruckus, in Draconic, actually,
What
from
did
the
they
side of
say?
you. Um,
I know Draconic.
yeah, it is bickering. It is childish bickering. It's just, oh well, you want to make sure that you actually get the trick right this time. No, I got the trick right. Fine, actually. What I did was my job, and you need to go ahead and start doing it. And you hear, oh stop, no, stop fighting. We're just constantly arguing, and then we make up again, and then we're friends, and then we get drunk, and then we have a laugh, and then we're angry at each other again, and it just seems like a really silly relationship to have with people. Just, well, you're a silly relationship to have with people. What's that? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's just
Now, in
bickering
Draconic,
between.
excuse me, are you three okay?
You see this small gaggle of kobolds, along with Calvin, who you had briefly met earlier, still with the uh baby displacer beast in between their little horns and their ears, and the displacer beast has now fallen asleep and is just kind of like curled up in between. The tendrils that were kind of like holding on have now gone a little kind of slack. They almost look like weird jewelry as like they're kind of drooping. Calvin waves at you real quick and waves at the group and turns around, and you see the small little collection of kobolds behind. A few are now catching up with the group, and they just kind of, come on, should at least say hello. And then in common turns back towards you all. Hi, sorry about that. Didn't realize you. Yeah, sorry. We're good friends, but we're also very bad friends. We just bicker a lot.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate. I don't think you should bicker with friends. Also, before you do some sort of trick, that just seems dangerous. I just want to make sure you are safe.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Right. Yeah. Very rude of me. Sorry. We've got. I'm Calvin. We've got Kevin. We've got Calvin. We've got Calvan, and then that's Mick.
I'm not going to remember those names.
Probably for the best. They're all kind of assholes. Turns back towards the group and just smiles a little bit and looks back.
Are you sure you're friends?
Yeah, just in that kind of, like.
Have you asked them?
It's one of those, like, I really frigging hate you at this particular moment, but if I woke up and you were gone, I'd be extremely sad about it. It was one of
That
those,
sounds. I don't
Hiroki
think.
is really good at friend stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the person you should be talking to about this.
Some friends are sometimes. You don't always agree with your friends, but if you can, learn to accept that and work with it, it's fine.
You're super muted.
Damn, we're working on it. We're doing our best. Anyway, that's not why I actually wanted to say, although I might chat with you a little later on that one, my fabulous sparkly friend. Yeah, don't suppose you're catching the show tonight? We're just getting the top sorted for Caleb's show.
The top?
Yeah, the points over towards the like massive tent. A lot of people call it
I
like
need
the
to.
Not
top.
innuendo. Not innuendo.
I need to go like work out or something. I'm sorry. Where's the? I'm going to go win a dragon. Apparently, I'm going to go win a dragon and stop being like this to everybody.
Maybe hit the bell with the hammer.
I'll hit
to
the
win the
bell with
dragon.
the hammer, and I will win dragons. Until I stop doing that. You all have a
that's
nice
like something you might enjoy.
you all have a nice time with these stick thingies. I'm going to go for you. now he's like, I need to go work out or something.
Got some energy I need to burn off. No reason.
Okay, well,
Me
now
have a
that
weird relationship with violence? No.
Not at all.
now that that weird interaction is over with, yeah, no, we're just going ahead and getting set up in the background here. So come over if you want. It'll be probably about half an hour until we're ready to go. We got some, live shows. We got some, uh, some performers, some trapeze artists, some magic users and the like, and Kalen themselves will also probably do something, whatever it is they're doing this week.
It changes every week.
Yeah, more than
It
welcome.
changes every week.
They have a bit of a eclectic taste.
That revealed absolutely nothing. Do we want to check out the big top once it's ready? Or do you want to get your fortunes told and then we can check out the big top?
I don't know what I would ask about.
You can ask about your past or your future.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I want someone to tell me.
You'd rather find it out yourself?
Yeah.
I respect that.
Do you want to go though, Hiroki?
I mean, I kind of want to do both, but
We have time.
We have 30 minutes before the big top is open, and now he is smashing bells, hammers. Oh gosh,
hammers.
Hammering
And
bells.
I feel like in the background, it's just you hear the
ding, ding, ding.
clang, clang.
In between us, as she runs over and shoots targets.
Like Nolly has created a obstacle course between all of them.
Yeah, between like
Dun,
4
dun,
different
dun,
She's
games and
actually
stuff, it's
between
like-
two of the game stalls. Everything I say is going to sound like an innuendo.
Does Dewan also need to go work out?
So, banging a what is it? Banging a ham? It's not the
yeah,
hammer.
it's the hammer. And
Yeah, but
like,
you're not hitting. It's the target. You're hammering a target and shooting a target.
Just
I'm gonna
hammering away.
I'm just gonna go.
No, I get it.
I'm gonna go
I
hammer
get
away
it.
too.
Dewan's like, she's just hammering. I mean, gosh, she was so sweaty yesterday. I need to also go I need to go like take a shower. I need to go read a book.
Where's I need to go find. You know what? I'm sure that there's some frozen ice somewhere. This is a magical carnival. I'm gonna go find some frozen ice.
And then there were two.
Yeah, we should all go somewhere. Us two.
meet you at the show. Oh?
And on that extremely horny note,
No horniness here. I don't know what you're talking about.
as Jack and Hirogi have had this this opportunity given to them, we can go ahead and kind of tackle who may or may not engage with that next time. And yes, do not fret, Hiroki. There will be time to do both. Do not worry. No issues there. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up the session there. Give folks a chance to plug what they want to plug super quick before we leave off for the night. Actually, gonna start with Akemi.
Oh, hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Akemi. I played Hiroki, your hot boy magical girl warlock who uses he, him, he, they pronouns. And you can find me wherever I exist on the internet at Ninja Penguin AM. I make games, I play games, I do stuff.
Alice.
You can find me online at So Much Geek, or also some places Alice Lee, ELLISLEE. I'm in school right now, so I don't post a lot of stuff.
Awesome.
There we go. Hi, what's up? My name is Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. I played Naui. Me, Austin, is an award-winning game designer, writer, performer, and friend. You can find me on the internet where I want to be found at Sales Constance. That's Sailor SCT Austin. If you can't find me under that username, I don't want you to find me. Stop looking.
And Jesse.
Hello, I almost said I am Jahus the Moose. I'm Jesse! You can find me at Jahus the Moose on all of the social medias. If it's Jahus the Moose, there is a 99.9% chance it is me. I do art things. Sometimes I post about art things, but I haven't recently because I'm working 44-hour weeks. It's great.
We hate that. As always, support all these wonderful people and all that they do. Hi, I'm Ray. I have like major allergies going on here. I'm like sneezing and twitching, like all sorts. So sorry about that. But hey, you can find me at Red Mage Ray on Twitter, on Hive, and as of today, I guess you can find me on Blue Sky. Red Mage Ray, but with a E instead of a Y. Yeah, I do TTRPG things. I help in the background of Friends Who Roll Dice. We have big things planned. We're very excited about them. There's still a lot of work that needs to get into them, so please bear with us. But we're very excited to be moving once again. It's very cool. But yeah, support all these wonderful people, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up there. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, stay medicated, all of that good stuff, and keep moving forward. We'll go ahead and see you next time. Bye.